That was so much fun.
I'm so glad you finally met Ariel Lewis.
I was a little bit jealous when you were like, she's the DCU. But oh my God, what a compliment. She's amazing.
She's amazing.
She's so fun.
I don't have a lot of friends. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that, right?
Yeah.
We keep a small, tight crew.
Yeah.
I met this woman, and let's just say we both knew where each other's bodies were buried in a matter of like 30 minutes.
Love that.
And we didn't care. We were like, yep, you're in.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It was like, it was just set in the universe.
I mean, and Ride or Die, let's shout her out because we were like, oh, we should do something on holiday beauty. And today she was like, yep, be there. Great. Done. So thank you so much, Ariel. So you know what? We're going to get right into it, guys. Hey, everyone. I'm Amber.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is Art Beauty, the real truth
about the fake shit.
Yes.
And now we are on YouTube. So if you are listening and you want to see what we look like, or just see us in general, head over to YouTube, subscribe to our page, like, comment, let us know. Tell Amber she looks really cute in those red earrings, please. Yes, if you like the episode, if you want us to do an episode on another topic,
yeah,
that would be great.
And if there's things that you don't like, we're happy to hear that because we're really doing this for you. So let us know. And like I say, let's start a conversation, not a fire.
Meanwhile, today we're all in red.
We are all in red because we're talking holiday, and what's more holiday than red?
I don't know.
I actually have my holiday party tonight for my office. So we're going to do this and then get to going. I do want to talk. So I love you. You'll hear more about this in the interview, but Ariel, we were talking about things that you can do to kind of zhuzh up your look. And one of the things she said was lashes.
Yep.
Now, for you guys who know, I'm a huge fan of the lash extensions, but they are not good for your eyelashes. And so I'm on a very long break right now. So a good friend of our show, Becca, who's been on here before, and she has great lashes all the time. She's the one who taught me about the lash extensions. And then I asked her, I'm like, whoa, you're still doing them. She's not. She is putting on lashes every day. She does a kick-ass job. And she shared with me where she got them from. Voila, Walgreens. Okay, so this right here is the lash adhesive. So let me start with the lashes. The lashes that she likes are these ones, $6 for two. And you can decide if you want to go with more of a natural look. These are great for every day. And her trick is that she got this glue, and I can show you, I have it here today. It's this Kiss glue, and the brush looks like an eyeliner.
Ooh.
So if you are listening to us right now and you want to go to YouTube, you can search for Art Beauty Podcast and see what I'm talking about. But Becca's tip was that instead of applying the glue to the lash, she does the glue right onto her eye. And what she has found is that it makes the lash, when you rip the lash off, all the glue doesn't come with the lash. The glue stays on your eye so that they actually last longer.
I would be so afraid to put that glue right by my eye.
Yeah, I did it today. I've got to say, it does, it's like everything. Practice makes perfect. And, if you've got a big event and you have your makeup done, the worst thing is to try to put lashes on at the end and then you really screw something up. So start with a clear gel or start with a clear glue and not the black. And also practice. Practice when your whole stuff isn't done. Okay. How about you? Do you have any shelfie?
I don't this week, but I'm going to piggyback on yours.
Okay.
So 2 tricks that I love, because I'm a makeup artist reincarnated into a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Those lashes you could cut into 3 little pieces because not everyone's eye is the same shape, nor is it the same length.
Right.
And if you can just kind of fluff and fill in.
That's great too.
Equally. And it's not like putting the whole strip. So then like this piece is in your eye. It makes it so much easier just to snip them and place them.
And I will say this today too, because when I put them on this morning, and it's been a while since I've done my lashes, but they don't go to your natural, your lash line
line.
isn't shaped like that. So you definitely don't want to have it close to the inside corner of your lash. That's where you just put on a little bit of mascara. Another tip from Becca. Thank you for that. Friend of our show, friend of my eyes, friend of my life. So yeah.
Love it.
There you go.
I, till this day, will always say, put the glue on the lash, wait a minute till it's tacky.
Wait legit a minute.
And then apply.
Yes, that's a great tip too. You cannot immediately go and vroom, vroom. So yeah, I'll look into I'm trying it out for you guys. I will follow up with this, putting the glue on that, because you're right. You want to be careful.
It's glue near your eye.
It's glue near your eye.
You only get 2.
That's true. Do you know my grandmother crazy glued her eye once?
I can't.
She thought it was eye drops and she had to go to the hospital. Yeah, true story.
Fuck.
So you know what? Sorry, Grandma. Maybe I should not be doing this. I'm going to take this back. Put it on the lash. Let it dry 30 seconds and then put it on your eye. And oh my God.
You need to eat before your party.
I totally do. Let's get into this holiday segment. You can tell it feels like we're already...
You're sipping on something else.
Sipping on something else. I'm not. What is in this? We've got a great guest. Why don't you introduce her, Ryan? Because she's a great friend of yours.
Ariel Lewis, makeup artist extraordinaire. And she also owns A-List Events, which is so it's bridal. You just want to feel like a rock star. You can call Ariel Lewis LLC and she will hook you up.
Oh, wait. And I'll show you. You have a picture of her on your website. Let's see.
One of the days I got to bond with her, she calls me and says, I have to do this photo shoot. I have to wear this dress. And it's in this ballroom. And I'm like, you need Mariah Carey hair. You 5'0" nothing. That dress is going to swallow you. That ballroom is going to swallow. You need hair.
Oh, and boy, did you give her hair.
I sure did. Because she's got a lob. But yeah.
Oh, it was fun. My God. And that dress is everything.
It was a great dress. If you check out Ariel Lewis LLC on Instagram, you can see a lot of the shots from the shoot. She looked beautiful that day.
So gorge. And you know what? This isn't just about holiday makeup tips. She's also going to tell you about those holiday gift sets.
Ugh.
And what you don't want to buy. So make sure you stay till the end.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
I told you.
I know. I love you.
I told you.
So Ryan told me that you are legit my DC sister. At first I was like, because he was like, she's the DCU.
I heard you. You were like, rawr. I was like,
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. No.
We
it's
would
all
be
love.
friends.
But whatever. I can be a catty bitch. No, we would be best friends. I can tell
Hold
you
on.
now.
You heard that conversation because you were dialed in? How about I was like, yeah, but I didn't say anything bad. I was like, honey.
No, she's great.
You and I met.
Cute. You were trying to hype me up.
I was.
Yeah. But you clearly, and then I fell in love with you the second that I was like, are you drinking rosé right now? And sure as shit, you were. So
5:30.
Welcome. I know. I'm glad we're doing this tonight. I actually have my, so I work a 9 to 5 too. And we have our office party tonight. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. So I think these tips that you're going to give us, and hopefully we were able to pull it together okay.
Your skin is fantastic.
Oh
my God.
Thank you. Can I tell you something? We were just talking about this. We recently added video to the podcast, and I'm not going to be that girl who's like, meh. But when you start to do stuff, you realize things. And I was like, what is going on here?
Do not point on it.
It's an extra layer of pressure that is just unnecessary sometimes. But you know what?
We're the real truth about the fake shit, Ryan. So I'll point it out. Anyway. So let's get into holiday beauty tips, right? Because 'tis the season.
'Tis the season.
Yeah. So, and while we're going to parties, while we have family events, what are some of your holiday beauty tips?
So I feel like longevity is really key. Most of us are either attending multiple events, like we're going to our husband's family or our partner's family and then running around and potentially hosting something ourselves that day. So making sure that your makeup lasts is key. And if you're like me and you're
Hold on.
Sorry, guys.
Wait.
What happened?
I got a call. Let me put myself on airplane mode. Right? That's what I'm supposed to do.
That was amazing though, because it was one of these moments. It's like, and the secret to life is
X. Yeah.
Cut to black.
How do I get this on airplane mode immediately?
Swipe from bottom up.
So wouldn't you know that would happen? I did this once with someone, and she kept getting calls and trying to like reject them. But the person was so persistent that I was like, you should answer that. What if it's a family emergency? And so she opened it, and it was not a family emergency.
Oh no,
It was a hacker.
mine would be my mother the other
It's
day
terrifying.
called me at work. I was in a meeting and then called me again. And I was like, I have to leave this meeting right now. And I go out, I'm like, I said, what's going on? And she's like, sorry, it was a butt dial.
Yep.
Love you, mom. Love you, mom. Okay.
Exactly.
So we're back on.
Okay.
All right.
So
So longevity, which is obviously super important.
Yeah, so setting sprays are the real deal. They really do help. Priming your skin, obviously super important. Priming your shadows before you get started. Doing your makeup in stages. So if you're hosting Thanksgiving or Christmas, like doing your concealer and your foundation and then waiting for that to set before you set it with powder. Instead of trying to do your normal makeup routine, which is like all in 30 minutes, give each phase like a little time to dry and set before going into the next one. That's a good trick.
How the heck are you setting shadows? What? Because you
Yeah,
went through that real quick. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna highlight that one spot.
Yeah. So how to set eyeshadows?
Yeah.
Here's the trick. So what I'm referring to is a lot of women or clients of mine will tell me like, I'll put on liner and it bleeds. Like there's just nothing I can do about it. It bleeds throughout the day. It's because they're not setting their liner with a powdered shadow. So the same way that you need to set your liquid foundation with a powder, like a translucent powder, you want to set your liner with a powder by taking like, let's say for example, a dark coal black liner inside your waterline or just outside. You would then take an angled brush, something similar to like this little guy right here, dip it into a similar shade of brown or black shadow, and then just like march along your lash line to stop the liner from bleeding. That's a huge help.
That makes so much sense.
And then obviously, eyeshadow bases like MAC and Tom Ford have some really nice like neutral palette colors like soft ochre, and they've got just like very beigey tones that you would put like on your lid space before popping it forward with a shadow. That'll make it last longer.
So do you like that as opposed to something like what was that company? Was it Urban Decay had the like it was like more of like a liquid creamy one? You just say put on like a neutral basey color first.
Yes, that'll help it last longer. I find that like as a professional makeup artist, I love that Urban Decay one that you're describing because I know how to work with it with like the right brush and to like make sure that I don't apply too much of it. But I find for like most people who are not artistic, it's easier to work with a medium that's just like more solid. Yeah. So something like that paint pot from MAC is perfect because it does the work for you. Like it doesn't squeeze out too much. Like you just add the right amount so you cover your lid space and then it's just a little bit easier to work with.
But it's the paint pot, so it's a cream. It's not like just a light shadow. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
It's like mixed between a liquid consistency and a cream shadow consistency.
What are some of your favorite primers?
So for the face, some of my favorite primers are the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer is incredible. Like your skin just feels like butter after you put that on, but you want to give some time in between. Again, so many women go through their makeup routine in like 15 minutes flat. And when you've got a little bit more time, it's nice to like let each layer kind of set and dry. So if I'm going to use a Marc Jacobs primer, I want my skin to absorb that before just like throwing my foundation on top of it. I love Laura Mercier's blurring primer. I think that one's amazing. I don't always use a primer though. I think that my personal preference for skin is just to take really good care of your skin. Like do your due diligence to wear eye cream regularly, wear a really hydrating moisturizer, use serums and stuff like that that are going to just keep your skin in good condition so your foundation lays nicely. But as far as eyeshadow primers, I love the MAC, the Tom Ford is great. Anything that's just like a good neutral color.
All right, wait. So let's get into it with skincare. What what are you using right now? I always love to know, like, what's in your bathroom? What's your go-to? Yeah.
So I have been using for quite some time now. The SK2 Skin Essence is magic, but I've got a secret tip to that. It comes. Can I just call myself out really quick before anybody else does?
Yeah.
My nails are atrocious. I have not been able to get
We can't see them, but I love it. Yes.
It's so long. I keep like being self-conscious as I'm like talking. I'm like, oh, don't show these two fingers. Like only show this finger. But I'm just going to call myself out so anybody watching this knows.
Love it.
I'm aware. I'm going tomorrow. Okay. So
I love you. Oh my God, I love you.
SK2 is not cheap, right? Not super expensive, but not cheap. And their recommendation is to put it onto a cotton ball and then use it as a toner all over your skin. I found that I was like, I love the way this feels, but so much of it is being absorbed by this cotton ball. So I went and bought myself like a little amber spray bottle. And I poured the SK2 tonic into the amber spray bottle. And now I just spritz it on my face. And like none of it is being wasted. And I feel such a huge benefit. Like there's immediate elasticity that I saw over the course of using it for a week. And I decided that that's going to be my trick for any toner ever. Forget putting your toner on a cotton ball, put it into an amber spray bottle and spritz it on your face similar to this.
Ryan, you're always like the spray bottles do it. Wait, so what was this called? It was the SK2.
SK2 something essence.
Essence. Mm-hmm. Skin essence.
I'm like ordering it right now.
Oh yeah.
And you need the amber spray bottle.
Yes.
So when you say amber spray bottle, is that like amber? Is it a brand? Or is it just
it's
made
like
out of, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly right. It's just like made out of amber. It's an amber like little bottle that you would buy it. Like you can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it at Whole Foods. It's empty and it comes with a little spritzer on the top, like a, spray.
But it's made of amber? That has to be.
Well, so, I mean, no, they're not expensive. Like they're like $7 for a little bottle of it for an empty bottle.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So,
or Ryan, can correct me if I'm wrong. Is it just like the color of amber and not?
I think it's
made of real amber. Because
it's the
that's
color.
A good point.
It's a color, but then I'm sure it's not, all the bad things that it shouldn't be.
Well, and the purpose of it being that color is that it blocks out the UV rays. I know that. So like it's going to preserve the product, whatever that product is that you put inside of it.
Not a clear, TSA pre-check BS spray bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we talked about that skincare, was there something else that you liked? The SK2 essence?
So I'm a diehard La Mer girl. I always have been. Like it just makes me happy. Their Mer The Concentrate is something that I've been using a lot lately. There's certain things out there that I'll be honest, I feel like they're kind of gimmicky. Some of these like serums for the eye, I'm not seeing a huge
So your favorite La Mer
is the Skin Concentrate and the eye cream.
And it is right now at Costco.com.
What?
Right now at Costco.com.
Shut the front door.
Can you send me the link?
Girl, do you have a Costco card?
Yeah.
Go to Costco.com, sign in with your membership, and you can order
I do too.
A limit of, I think, 2 per, but you save like 40%. And then you get, if you have the executive membership, you get, 2% or whatever.
Right. That's so funny.
I love Costco.
Awesome.
Amazing. What a great tip, Brian.
And they have SK2 right now too, just saying.
Shut up.
Hurry.
Oh, I'm hurrying. Right. Okay, guys, we got to end this podcast right now.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Bye.
So back to now the makeup and setting. If you use a primer, that's up to you, but you say, maybe just take better care of your skin, or if your skin doesn't need it, don't use it just to use it.
Layers of stuff that you need to be putting on your face, A, efficiency wise, like better.
Yeah.
And B, like, better for your skin. Like the less layers of gunk that you've got going on, the better. So, yeah.
One thing that I learned, again, just from working with makeup artists like yourself, you also want to be careful that you're not using too emollient of a moisturizer before an event where you need your makeup to stay, because it's going to just slide off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true. They weren't lying to you.
You mentioned makeup setting sprays. So
yeah,
any brand that you...
So, okay, I think that makeup setting sprays is like a whole other conversation of itself, but to break it down, there's like 3 different types of makeup setting sprays. The one that most people are familiar with is something like this, right? Where it's like a hydrating spray.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of these because, I mean, I just spritzed it on while we were joking right now, but like I could just hydrate myself in this all day. It instantly just like re-wets your makeup a little bit. If you wear powder, like it takes away that like heavy creasing kind of effect that can happen. And it just softens the whole look. So if you're not a professional makeup artist and you find that sometimes like, ooh, a little too much blush, a little bit too much powder, like this can help soften that for you. There's lots of brands that make stuff like this. This is just a facial re-wetting spray. Second category is something like Urban Decay's like all-nighter spray. That's like a makeup lasting spray. So it's almost like hairspray for the face. Right? It's going to help everything kind of stay in place, but it is going to give kind of a dewy finish. And then there's things like the Milani, matte finishing spray, or the Too Faced setting spray, which are matte. Like that is their goal, is to give you that solid, facial hairspray, but take away the shine. And so if you're going to a red carpet event, I think those are fabulous because you don't have the orbs going on. If you're just like, into the dewy look and going out for New Year's Eve, why would you want to be matte for that? Like you want to go for that dewy look. So go with the re-wetting or the all-nighter.
2 quick sidebars.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with the setting spray from Supergoop because it has SPF. Ooh. And that's like my second layer of SPF, but yet I'm still setting the little bit of powder that I do every day. So a huge fan. When we met at the Potomac, when we had our first night working together in Potomac, I was, Amber, check it, 4 days out from the Halo fucking laser.
You two had done that. Yes.
Yes.
You
saved
that
was my first impression of you.
What did you say? You kept spraying my face with something because it was so
you
tight,
came up
Amber.
To me.
It was
he was
so hurting.
Amber, he came up to me. He was like,
I know.
I'm sorry. Can I just tell you something? Like, I just had this thing on and my skin is like scaling. And I was like, okay, hold on. So it was the MAC Pro Fix. It was the MAC,
it was green. It was green. I used so much. I used all of yours. I was like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm using all of your stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's called softening lotion. That's what it is.
That's what it was.
It's a spritzy softening lotion.
So
and to be honest, again, I mean, lots of brands make these things. Like that's the funny thing about my industry, the beauty industry. It's like everyone makes kind of the same thing with a slightly different fragrance, slightly different packaging, slightly different bottle. And that's one of my favorite things to do with clients is to help them dissect, like, what am I really getting for the value? Like, what is worth me spending the $200 on versus like the thing that works at that $25 price point,
Yeah, that's key though. I think
it is because you like lipstick to me. I mean, unless there's that one shade Tom Ford made in that one season that has to be had because no one else has it. Why am I spending $50 on a lipstick when I could buy it from Revlon and it's like the same thing, unless it's organic and vegan, in which case it's a whole nother thing, right? Like I'm willing to spend good money on a clean green product that I'm not going to consume as I'm sipping my tea or my rosé.
Oh, while we're on the subject of lipstick, because Ryan knows this, like I'll wear like a pencil. Red lipstick is I wish I could be somebody to wear it, but lipstick can be really high maintenance. So, and especially when you're going to parties, when you're eating, when you're drinking. You and I are both wearing, I think, red, right? So I was wondering today, I'm like, I tried a red lipstick with it, but I didn't have the right red. And then I'm going to a party and I'm like, this is not going to work for me. Even the long wear ones.
Totally wear red lipstick because you've got just beautiful bone structure and like such a symmetrical face. You are the girl that can wear red lipstick. You just have to find the right one that you feel comfortable in. But to your point, it is totally high maintenance.
It's so high maintenance.
Because
thank
it has
you for
to
that.
be like perfectly drawn, right?
Yes.
And it gets all over everything. No one wants to kiss you with red lipstick unless it's a stain.
But what did you wear for your birthday? Amber, what did you wear for your birthday?
That was a red lipstick. And I did the American, and she never brought it back. I would have done that today. It was the American Doll by Anastasia, which stayed on. I was definitely drink. Yeah, you know, so you're right.
No, you loved that. You were like, that was the easiest one I've ever worn. I'm making it a
was.
shelfie.
I think
was.
that
It
lip
was.
liners when it comes to red lipstick, red lipstick liners are so much easier. They don't budge. You can draw it to your liking. Lipstick's just so messy sometimes.
I went that night, so it was the Anastasia, and you're right. It's great. It was Longwear. I think it's different if I would have been eating a lot because but I certainly was drinking and kissing people, and it didn't come off. But I did go across the street and got. I'm pretty sure it was Revlon. I'll have to check back on that. But I went and got the Revlon lip liner because I needed a lip liner, and it worked great. Okay, so I just shouted myself. Okay, so you can wear red.
You can wear red. You can totally wear red. So I think we wanted to talk just quickly about like some of those easy things that you can do to take your look from like a work look to a going to my Christmas party, my holiday party, my whatever party it is. I think that there's really simplistic ways to do that. And they typically involve, three things kind of in my mind. You can take a look, you can elevate a look tremendously with a set of lashes, so easily. If you can perfect the art of applying lashes, you don't need to like go in with a million eyeshadows and be trendy with wings and all these types of things. Like just pop on a lash and put on some more mascara and boom, you feel like Beyonce.
Can I also
put on lashes?
My shelfie for today. So we do this thing called a shelfie. It's like our favorite products. Was these lashes because I was doing the lash extensions and I love them, but it's just not good for your eyes. So I'm on a break.
Good for you.
And a friend of our show who dealt with alopecia and hair loss, she was like, I wear lashes every day. And she just gets the cheap ones from Duane Reade, and they're great. Like you don't need to be buying. That's one thing. I don't think you need to be buying the $20 lashes from any of those companies that sell them for $20. I think the ones from Kiss.
100%. I will co-sign that truth. Here's the only time you want to wear those lashes. If for whatever reason, like if you're going to wear them regularly, to your point exactly, you can go with the Artel, you can go with the Kiss, you can go with, in New York, I mean, you've got so many options. I'm so jealous. I mean, you could walk down the street to like Broadway and go to Nika Beauty. You should write this down. Nika Beauty, Da Vinci 747 smalls. They're $1 a pack. And you can buy them every time I go to New York. I buy like huge stock for my team and the 747 mediums. Anyways, you can buy them. They're great. One and done, you throw them out. The only time you get those like fun, funky lashes that have a thicker band, if you're doing like a really high-end photo shoot and you're not a professional makeup artist who knows how to layer lashes, buy yourself the nice $15 pair, put them back in the box, wear them for your birthday, but more than 3 or 4 times, you're never going to get used out of them.
You're never going to get use out of them. I did that for my birthday, part of my costume, but I got the mink ones, but at Duane Reade, which is Walgreens. And I don't know, the makeup artist who did it, she was like, oh, these are actually really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, they weren't, I think they were like $15. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your lashes, yes.
So lashes is number 1. What's number 2?
Learn how to do your lashes. And number 2 is change up your lip, right? So like if you're going with it, if you're not super comfortable doing your eye makeup and you're doing kind of like a running from work to the holiday party thing, you leave your eyes the way they are, but you just change up your lip and maybe throw on a bit more of a contour. So, it's like the balance of one or the other. You don't want to look like a hooker and do both. Right? Like throwing on like the darker crease eyeshadow and the red lip. Calm down, right? It's one or the other. It's balance. And then if you're going to go with, I'm like, personally, I hate lipstick. I'm the only makeup artist in the world probably that can't stand it. Like I wear it because I feel like I have to sometimes. And most days I don't. I really prefer to play up my eyes. So I typically always go with neutral.
Told you.
I
told you.
Neutral lipsticks.
Neutral
Sisters.
I'm cool with putting maybe like a little bit of shimmer or glitter or something like that on my eyes and being funky and playing outside the box with that. But it's funny. I mean, I've been in my industry for 15 years now, and I've been doing segments, like beauty segments on the news, and I'm a publisher, I'm a beauty editor for a couple of local magazines and stuff. And it's every year, it's like the same thing. Tell us the holiday beauty tricks. And I'm like, they didn't change.
No, but you know what? I will say this, and I know, because for people who, well, listen, all of you listening, let us know if you think like this is wah, wah, wah. But I'll tell you, it's like everything else. If I hear, we keep preaching about sunscreen, but no matter how much I hear it, it's like it's going to make me remember to do it that day.
You're right.
And now that we're in the holiday season, it's like, oh yeah, let me get those lashes, and oh yeah, I don't need to spend
and you bring
a lot.
up such a good point. Like, I'm in my industry,
Yeah.
right? So like to me, it's like,
Right.
but to most women, you're right. They need that reminder, because it's just like they need a reminder in the spring of like, what are the, and you know what? There are variables there. Like we saw that trend for a while of the pastels in the spring, right? And the holiday 3 seasons ago, we saw like everybody wanted the Kim K hardcore, and now we're going towards like more natural, like very we went through the strobe phase. So there's always going to be one or two little trendy things that women do need to know about. But the overall classic vibe of holiday, which is my niche market, like that's just personally like my personal preference is like those classic looks. Like they're timeless and they don't change that often. It's the mauvey tones in the fall, it's the pinky tones in the spring. It's, so, but you're right. People do need reminders of it, and just to introduce them to the trends as well.
Not to knock hookers or anything like them, but because I am all about that. But I have to say one more thing, not makeup related. Do you remember Miss Maryland when we met? She was a part of the whole, and then I've worked with her a couple times.
Yeah.
She has one of the best holiday or like just best beauty tricks. I have watched this girl do her nails with press on $7 press. She was Miss Maryland, so she had to like change her nails all the time. So from work to party, right, you could use a press-on nail.
Well, the press-on nails of today are not the press-on nails that we grew up with. I mean, they look really good now.
They do. She did them the last event we were working together in a matter of a minute. And it was like, oh my God, girl. She looked
incredible.
like
you know what else is really great too? Are those the nail polish strips. So Sephora had them. They don't have anymore, but Ulta still does. You can get them, and it's like, it's instantly dried, and it's nail polish. So you will need to take it off, but they can look really cool and in a pinch. In a pinch. That can be a real nail saver.
On to the gift sets.
So my biggest tip with the gift sets is I'm such a practical like I like practical gifts. It's the Virgo in me. Like, don't give me junk I'm not gonna use. Like I don't want 5 different flavors of chapstick. Like I don't need that. And I think even if you're a teenage girl, like it just winds up at the bottom of your bathroom sink. So getting someone, like if you're thinking beauty is so on trend for gift giving, like it has been for years, but more so in the last like 3 to 5, I would say. But thinking about like things that somebody might not necessarily get themselves, but yet would actually functionally use. So a lot of my clients who are parents of teens will want to get their teens some sort of a like nice starter makeup kit. And a lot of the times around this time of year, you start seeing brush sets, and the brushes crack me up, because if you're going to advertise let me just show you for a second. I purposely pulled this, right? Like I'm a professional makeup artist. And this is my like brush. Let me show this to you. This is my brush kit, right? Like all the brushes, right? But, like, I actually use all those brushes because I know what I'm doing with them, right? But like the average person who picks up like a brush, for example, like, this one here, which I don't know if you guys can see, but like, what are you using that for? Right?
Yeah.
Like I know what I use that for. I use that for like a blending. It's a stippling brush. I could use it in a pinch to throw on a lip. I could use it to apply like some eyeshadow base, like a primer, like we were talking about. But the average person is this is going to be too thick for her. And if she takes this and tries to apply her lips, they're going to be too much. Other brushes that I see a lot of in these gift sets are like things like this, right?
Call me out. I was like, I use this brush. Often we were just chatting. I'm like, I was like, well,
what?
So, but okay, I'm not saying you can't use this brush. And for those of you who aren't watching this in video and you're only listening on audio, I'm describing a tapered, angled stippling brush that's synthetic hair, and it's pretty dense, which means it's kind of thick. So if I were to put this into a blush palette and like try to put this on right now, it's going to give so much pigment to my face that I'm going to have to like do one of these to make it go away. Right? Like,
Amber, you're dying right now.
So it would be better if I had a brush that was just like soft and fluffy, and that, you know, I can see that like product kind of fly off of it when I do that brush stroke to it. That's going to be way more forgiving. This like one, no, yeah, no, actually, this one for you makeup junkies out there, it's Crown brushes, which is a super cheap brand. But if you're a makeup junkie and your friends aren't, and you want to give them a gift that's like actually something that they would use, you could curate your own gift set of brushes, you know, hand selecting them rather than buying them from a pack that's like, here's 150 brushes from Amazon. Like, where so 75% of them are crap.
What would be your top, like, 4 or 5 brushes if you were to curate a set that everybody should have?
Asked. Okay. Ready? So again, for those of you who are just on audio and not watching on video, you should definitely go back to video and watch this, because there's a difference between this stippling brush, which I think is a must-have for women who are not professional makeup artists. I've been teaching private makeup lessons for years, and I really feel like I've honed in on that method that women who have zero artistic skill can't mess it up. They can dip into what I'm telling them to do, and like, it does the work for them. A stippling brush like this does that. You squirt a couple pumps of foundation on the back of your hand, you put it on your stippling brush, and you blend this in. Beauty blenders are amazing, but not everybody has the eye to know like when the blending is done. And it's a lot of work pressing into your skin to do that. So a stippling brush really efficiently gets that foundation laid nicely. I think this is a must-have in any kit. The difference between this and this, right? You can see it, Amber.
Yeah.
The size, the density too. If I'm trying to apply foundation with this all over my face, first of all, it's going to take me forever. And secondly, I'm going to have lines everywhere. It's not going to blend, right? So this is the way to go, is a nice, Mac makes this one. This happens to be an Ariel Lewis one.
Oh, anyways, you have your own brushes?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Okay, good. So we will, at the end of this, you'll send the list, and we'll make sure we post it under the YouTube, in the YouTube description.
Cute.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
This is another gimmicky brush that you're going to see. Tapered, supposedly a crease brush, right? Mm-hmm. Your average girl is just like not able to figure this out and is going to put way too much eyeshadow into her crease. You're better off going with like a MAC 224 traditional crease brush. So here we are building our ideal brush kit. Is your stippling brush, your crease brush. Next thing I think everyone needs is a good blush brush, right? So again, nice, like fluffy, not too dense, not going to pick up too much product. A good blush brush is key. You know, here's a crappy version of what that might look like. Some people are like, oh, what do I need to buy a blush brush for? Like, I've got this guy. It's the same kind of thing, right? They're both domed. No, this is a stippling brush and this is thick. And if I dip this into powder, it's going to make me look like a clown. So you want these softer bristles, and that's where the investment is.
Yeah.
It's investing in softer bristles that aren't going to be harsh on your skin. So the last thing I would say that is definitely key would be something like a good brow brush. They are not all created equal. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush. Been using it for years. I haven't found anything that I like better. Mm-hmm. The Benefit one's good.
Yeah.
The Smashbox one sucks.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want it to be soft and like flimsy. So those are the 4 brushes I think every woman needs.
Love.
Thank you for that. And offline, I will show you some of the brushes. What about so I was using the the Artemis brushes
Mhm.
that you were just like, no. We had like a little powwow beforehand, and she was like
It's
this.
not that they're all no. It's just like some of them are not necessary. There's a lot of gift sets that have this out there right now, right? Like these really super cute handled, like rose gold, telling you everything's a contour brush. Like
No.
What do you feel about the ones that will look like toothbrushes, but are like sponges? Yes.
Yeah, that's the Artemis brush.
Those are
let's see.
gimmicky,
Hang on,
right?
Let's bring
I
bring
hate it.
Hate it.
I hate it.
I hate the
I
finish.
hate everything about it.
Can you show it? Can you show it up? Yeah, that's
Looks like a
And they
toothbrush.
come in
It's
various
not Artemis.
sizes.
It's artists, right?
Yeah.
Artists.
I'm an artist, and there's nothing I like about this. I mean, I have them because, like everyone else, I'm human, and I fell for the like, oh, is there something like I have to have? I have to at least try it so I can tell people whether I like it or not. I tell you, as an artist, I can use this. I can use this because I have an artistic hand, an artistic eye, and I know when like to press and blend.
Yeah.
Like the average human being has no need for this. No need at all. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I love that. Probably because you're artistic. Good for you. I can use it too. But functionality wise for your average client, like not necessary.
I'm obsessed with you. I love you.
Told you.
And I feel like I'm decently artistic, and I have that that size one that you were just showing, and no, it's not good. I do use the big one for applying foundation, but I think I'm gonna.
But girl, think about this.
I know,
just from a
the stippling
practicality
brush.
standpoint, the amount of product this is
That you
absorbing,
lose.
it
I
is
know.
stealing from you.
I know, and their whole thing was like you're using less product. Not the case.
No, you're not.
It's not the case.
When you go to wash it, you know that they're lying.
It's so true. It is so true. Oh my God. Thank you so much
so
for
welcome.
being on with us.
Yeah.
Ariel, if people want to find you, I know you're based in DC, but what's the best way to find you?
So Instagram is probably my most active hub, and that's at Ariel Lewis LLC.
Okay.
I actually answer my DMs and interact with people there quite frequently. My website, if you're looking for inquiries, if you're ever out on this East Coast market,
there it is.
ariellewis.com. There you go. That little contact tab right there is the bridal inquiry contact tab. And then just below that, if you were to click it, would give you the A-list contact tab. So both owned by me. This one here that you're scrolling through is for bridal inquiries. And then just below that is our A-list, which is on-demand services. You're in a pinch, you want to get your makeup done with a couple of girlfriends to go out for the night. You would go to the A-list versus the bridal team.
Oh my God. Amazing. We need to bring you back on. You're such so much fun and such great tips. And I know you said like some of it is, we're not reinventing the wheel here, but I don't know. Look, you
It's
just
good to
schooled me.
remind.
I've been using those brushes, and you were like,
I would love to see you in person and just like go through your brushes with you and be like, girl, this one.
We're gonna stay on after the wait till you see this, because you're gonna die when you see how many stupid brushes I have that I don't use. Okay, but everybody, I'm not going to keep your time on that. So if you want to, if you have any questions you want us to put forward to Ariel, you can always write us at hello@Art Beauty Podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Art Beauty Podcast. And Ryan, why don't you tell them about our new YouTube channel?
Yes, of course. We are now on YouTube. You can actually see us. And the brushes that Ariel just talked about. So check us out, subscribe, like, comment, let us know your thoughts. We would love to hear from you. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.